searching history for buried classics. This is Lost Treasures of Gaming.
All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Lost Treasures of Gaming, brought to you by Gaming History 101 in conjunction with OMGNexus.com. Now, this week, the game at hand is Mr. Robot and his Robot Factory. This is a very interesting game. And the guest this week was Ron Rosen, who was the creator of this game. Now, right off the bat, Sid and Sean were up front with the fact that Sid finds it to be a beloved game, and Sean, it's kind of the greatest game of all time for him, which is fair. It's like one of his favorite games. He loved playing it on the Commodore 64, and like many of the games in that era, it was available on the Atari 400 series as well as, you know, the Commodore 64 and various other game systems. As you can see here, we're actually going to be playing this on the Commodore 64, which I felt was only appropriate because it is hands down Sean's favorite method. So it's a fascinating interview, but one of the things they talk about, as you can probably see in the upper corner, but I'll blow it up here for a second for you, is that the game was somewhat similar. Now, this is just showing you some level design. This is not showing you the actual maps or gameplay yet. But that the game has a lot in common with Miner 2049er, and that is because Ron Rosen said that he played Miner 2049er and loved it. Now, this game is significant for a couple of reasons. The first one is that it had 21 levels. Now, while 21 levels does not seem like much, when you realize that Miner 2049er had 10 levels and Donkey Kong had 4 levels, it's a little bit more significant. Furthermore, this is one of the first games that came with a level editor, and people to this day still create and share different levels within Mr. Robot and his Robot Factory. I personally will not be partaking in any of the homemade levels, nor will I be showing any of them off right now, just because it was very difficult to tell, like, whose levels were what, which ones were appropriate and weren't. I'm not too great at this game. I haven't played it in a long time. And furthermore, I just wanted to make sure I gave credit where credit's due, so I didn't want to accidentally use somebody's level and not mention them or give them credit. So as it stands, we're going to play Ron Rosen's original design, seeing as how especially he was the interviewee. And we're going to play some Mr. Robot and his Robot Factory and see just how far we can get. So I find it only appropriate to blow it up to the full screen, and here we go. All right, one of the first things you'll notice is it's got sound, but if you come up here and eat this, it mutes the sound, believe it or not. Isn't that funny? So I'm going to die real quick so we can turn the sound back on. I do like the sound. It's minimalist, but it's a lot of fun. And sometimes with these, you're just, okay. So much like Donkey Kong and various other games, you don't want to jump too far, or you're going to have some major problems. And clearly, that's what I did. So I've done some trial runs of this game, but I wasn't paying good enough attention. So sometimes you got to know when you want to jump and when you want to fall. And as you can see on these floorboards here, every time I'm walking over them, it's taking off one of these squares. They vary in color, but in this time it's green. And whenever I grab the pellet, it creates a force field that is destroying these monsters or whatever these are. Maybe they're viruses in the Robot Factory. And then once you complete a level, boom. I like the cool effect. So here's level 2. This one's a little more complicated, but I have figured out how to properly navigate it. The big key is right here. When you make this jump, you got to make sure the guy above is not too close. And you can take these guys out real quick. You fall down, and then at the right moment, you jump. But then I got to come back. I think it's best to fall. If you jump, you might die. And then you can take him out here. And then basically, the only two things that can kill you are impatience for this guy, and then not knowing the pattern. This is not the only pattern, but this is one of the safest patterns to platform that area. Then we jump across. We'll grab up top. It was a little nicer on you. As you can see, the energy draining much slower than it did for Miner 2049er. Got that all done. Now level 3. Now level 3 has the ladders, so it can be a little bit more complicated. But if you follow some of the more basic patterns... Took me too long. And again, it took me too long. Alright, maybe I can outmaneuver this guy. There we go. And then he can just remain. Now, I don't want to go all the way up, but I am going to take out a decent number of these lower platforms. Whoop. That wasn't intentional, but I can do it. The other cool thing is if you jump on an elevated platform, it will take you all the way up. Okay, the next thing I want to do is take out that guy down below. And this is how I'm going to do it. Now here's where having the extra time really comes in handy, because I'm good as long as I play it conservative. And even though that didn't look conservative, trust me, it was. Can make that one. That fall was a safe fall. So we just come over here. I'm not sure if that other fall would have been a safe fall, so just eliminate the need to worry about it this way. Ah! One bad jump and it's all over, kids. That sucked. Okay. That was a joystick problem, so we're going to give it another go. Here we go. I trial ran this, and of course I was doing quite good when I did the trial run. This is going to be a problem. I don't know if I can successfully jump over this guy. Nope, didn't think so. Did a trial run of this and had no trouble whatsoever. Was nailing everything, doing great. Wasn't going to be a problem. And then, of course, okay, got lucky there. And of course, wouldn't you know, when I go to actually play it, the dreaded level 3 starts to successfully take me out. Now I'm just playing sloppy. It's not good. Alright, with my head back in the game, let's see how I can do. Only got 2 men, as they put it in this one. An older version of lives. And board cleared. All right. Let's see if I can nail level 2 first go. Much like Miner 2049er, if you don't play slop on level 1, you should be fine. And by level 2, you've kind of warmed up a little bit, so it's not too much of an issue no matter what circumstance. Again, in games like these, I feel that Donkey Kong's the same way. Level 2 is a breeze because if you get there, you've already kind of warmed up to the skills that you need to get there, so you're kind of good. All right, level 3. This is just as skilled timing as you can get. All right, well, what I got going for me here is I don't really, like I did before, I don't really need to care about the platform. As long as I don't play sloppy, should be okay. Because this guy's going to go back. I can drop down and then jump up and then be safe. Oh no, okay. That can sometimes happen, and now I've put myself in a bit of a position here. Ugh. Again, it's just a very calculated game. That's the only secret to this. Okay. I got him out of the way. He's not really that much of a pain anyway, as we've been proving, but At least I now know I don't have to worry about them. Skip these over here. And then go for the upper platforms. Or not the upper. I guess I would call them the middle platforms. Okay, now this guy. As long as I don't jump over, I'm good. Then just gotta grab these. Grab these. And then grab my escalator. Alright. Down we go. Jump up here. What? That did not just kill me. Seriously? Okay. What? That killed me too? Alright, I think I'm getting gypped here. We will see if I can knock this out of the park right off the bat. Instead of having to worry too much about it. Got him. Okay, there we go. Relatively perfect run. Now for level 2. Oh no. Okay, good. I hadn't gone up high enough. You go up too high and you screw yourself right there. Got him. Now the zigzag pattern. And I'd say Yahtzee. Boom. Okay, another good one. Let's see if I can knock out 3 this easily. So far, so good. Okay, so you jump straight up, drop down, grab him, and go up. Go up again. Leap of faith. Down to blue. Now that I know I can get taken out by that guy by being too close, gotta be a little more careful. And this is just because I don't want to have the worry of falling down too far. Made the leap. Now I just got to come over here, grab the pellet, take him out, and boom. Okay. So really good run here. Here we go. Now this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Those things are kind of like bombs, or bombed platforms. And I'm trying to remember the best way to handle this. Oh, you got to go from later on, actually. Here, I'll show you. So there's an element of speed to it now, you know, but you also want to be somewhat patient as well, because you don't want to, you know, outdo yourself. And boom, there we go. Solid. Okay. Trying to remember this one. What is the trick here? Maybe I can make this drop? Yeah, because of the trampoline style, I'm good to do it. See? Holy crap. Whew. Scary. Ah. So maybe I'll start from the top and go down. Probably a good rule. Good way to navigate this. Whoa! Okay. So really stringent rules. Clearly. I want to get into the middle of that. Or at least more to the middle. Don't want to drop down, at least. Ah! All right. No pressure, but here's like the last set of guys. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Took it. Aha, it's a teleportation. Haven't gotten this far before, just so everyone's aware why this is new to me. Uh-huh. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, well. Can't win them all, right? All right. Well, at least you've gotten a feel for how Mr. Robot and his Robot Factory runs. I can totally see why it's one of Sean's favorite games. I could see myself playing this for hours, especially back in the early 80s. It's a fantastic Commodore 64 game. Ron Rosen should be very proud of what he created. And he's got some plans. You should really listen to the episode because he's got some plans for future and some things he can do for this game now in the modern day, and that would be really cool to see. So anyway, in the meantime, the podcast is Lost Treasures of Gaming at omgnexus.com. There, your hosts, Sid and Sean, walk you through a developer interview about a great game. And then every Friday night here at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/GH101, we play the game. So this is what you're seeing. You can also head over to gaminghistory101.com where you can find this and many other videos, as well as our podcast and many other articles. So anyway, with that, I would say peace out, happy gaming, and take care.